Today is a huge day for the unemployed. Sorry, everybody. I just said the E word, the E slur. I'm sorry. But what is this news? Now, for those of you that are unemployed, such as I, you will already know what it is. You'll be tapped in. You will have already seen it all over Instagram, maybe even TikTok. I don't know. But before I can reveal what happened, we must start with a little bit of an introduction. Who is Dr. Squatch? Now, Dr. Squatch, as you may be wondering, Kyle, are you talking about the mythical creature of the Pacific Northwest forest? The Sasquatch of Native American legend? The abominable Bigfoot? No, my friends. Only tangentially. Actually, I am talking about a brand of soap that goes by the name Dr. Squatch. Now, Dr. Squatch is interesting to me because it kind of is one of those brands that tends to target male insecurity of thinking that they did something that was maybe a little bit girly, something that might give them cooties. So, Dr. Squatch, as a brand, as a soap brand, it relies on kind of this idea that hygiene is for girls and gays and other groups of people that start with the letter G. But it is not. Actually, you could have it manly if you have enough funny smells in it and you put it in a bar, not some sort of fruity liquid soap.
Hey, so this is editing Kyle. I just started editing this video this morning, and I think this is a good point to mention. I was absolutely geeked out of my mind recording this video. Legitimately, I don't remember a lot of it, so I'm kind of watching it for the first time right now. All I remember is that I was constantly forgetting what it is I'm talking about, and but I was also just like locked in, so just just a public service announcement. That's why if I seem a little funny, that's why.
I don't know. But that's how I kind of understood the brand, besides their viral marketing. Not only did their viral marketing appeal to the male gaze and the male gay and the male fantasy, but it was able to just make guys think washing up is cool. It just made them think that cleaning their body with a little bar of soap was cool. Soap really hasn't been cool for guys since Fight Club came out in 2001. So this achievement of getting men to be interested in cleaning products has not been seen since the dude wipe epidemic of 2019. So, Dr. Squatch, as I established, is quite a, how you say, successful brand. And if you're wondering, Kyle, why are you holding such good eye contact with the camera? RFK Jr. does not want you to know this, but the good cushion alcohol does in fact actually cure autism. Anyway, that is why the Anunnaki from planet Nibiru wanted gold from Earth. So, back to this Dr. Squatch fella. They previously had a campaign with Sydney Sweeney, which is interesting. Sydney Sweeney, as you may know her from movies such as wait a minute. What has she been in? Euphoria. She was in the show Euphoria. Also, she was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Maybe? Let's log on to my favorite site on the internet, YouTube. Okay, let's see. Guys only want one thing. For me, that's probably a haircut right now. It's getting a little long. That's the one thing I want. Besides that, that's all I want, actually. Yep, guys only want one thing. An aquarium that's capable of housing anemones and coral. Whoa! Low-key, that would go so hard. Imagine this middle one was an aquarium. That'd be so cool. Okay, back to Sydney Sweeney. So, why did she's a genie, right? And a genie gives you 3 wishes. Now, she's not as cool as Robin Williams' genie, but she's still a genie. She's on par with, like, I Dream of Genie levels of genie, but she spawns in out of... Where'd she even come from? Is there even, like... Dude, he doesn't even... Where does she come from? There's no lamp. There's no, like, lamp or really anything. She just comes out of the floor. I guess it's off camera? I guess the lamp is off camera. It has to be, right? Like, there's no other way she would have came on camera. Because genies don't appear out of nowhere. So that's really weird. I think she appeared out of a lamp. But nobody even rubbed it. Do you think he rubbed one out? Is that what he did? I don't know. But then she spawns in, and she doesn't even say the whole, like, Miranda rights that the genies read out to you, where they're like, you can only have 3 wishes, and you can't wish for true love, you can't wish for anybody to come back from the dead, and you can't wish for more wishes. And it's like, okay. But she doesn't read any of those. She just pops out of nowhere, seemingly no lamp, and then materializes a bottle of soap in this guy's hand. No wishes mentioned. I don't think she's actually a genie. I think she's a jinn, a demon. And she's come to tempt this guy away from God's will, away from God's love. She wants him to commit sin. That's the only thing I can imagine, besides, because she's not a genie. She's some sort of something else. This is a very frightening commercial. Let's continue. She's a body wash genie. I've never heard of that variant. I have a copy of the Arabian Nights up there, in all 1001 in all 1001 tales. Never is it mentioned a soap genie. I'm not saying that they can't add new lore. We always find new pieces of history. But I don't think there's any soap genies. If you go to Japan, you might be able to find a soap yokai. Is there any soap yokais? Yep. Maybe Sydney Sweeney is one of those? Let's continue the video. I'm going to be honest, before I hit play, the joint is still hitting, and I literally forgot what the video was about, and I was like, I'm talking about yokai, right? That's the video? Okay, let's play. Damn. She gave him a jacket? Oh. So, wait. Her, like, Palpatine, like, ultimate power little, like, zap turned him from, like, a dork. Like, look, I mean, I don't want to say he's a dork. I think he's, like, borderlining on, like, dark academia twink, to be honest. Like, if he shaved that beard, grew his hair out a little bit, get some earrings, dude. Dark academia twink, dude. Like, this is a character in the Secret History. Like, he could be, but she got zapped by Sydney Sweeney's Dark Side of the Force and became, he got, like, the male manipulator jacket on. Like, you look at that, that's a Carhartt trucker jacket right there. And it doesn't have a smudge on it. This has never touched a blue-collar worker. We're looking at someone not who, like, you're looking for, like, this guy could have a Trader Joe's tote bag and a vape in there that he gets very agitated when he can't find immediately. Why are you keeping it in the fridge? Oh, shit. Oh, wait. So she comes out of the bottle? Do you think, like, she can spawn more bottles? So do you think, like, she could spawn a bottle somewhere else and then pop out of it? I don't know. Seems kind of weird. That's a very interesting last line there. For men who prefer natural? That's a little weird. That's a little sussy baka. Like, what are they trying to say? Because I know they're not talking about soap. They're talking about natural bazongos versus ones that are made of silicone, like computers. I think she should get the bag, you know? Like the Migos said, I get the bag, you fumble it. You get the bag, you fumble it. I get the bag, I flip it and tumble it. And that's what Sydney Sweeney is deciding to do. So let's look at this new commercial. So they haven't released a proper video for it yet, like they did the last one. But I'm assuming since that campaign went so well, they picked up Sydney Sweeney again. Sydney Sweeney's new soap collab includes a unique ingredient, her actual bath water. So those of you who are time travelers or unk status such as I will probably go, I've seen this episode before. And all of the youngins will be saying, what do you mean? This is new. But you may remember a influential name by the name of Belle Delphine. Some of you may remember the name Belle Delphine, who is, I believe now, more of an OnlyFans person, but I remember they used to upload a lot of YouTube videos. A friend told me one of the things that they really got the most famous for was selling bottles of their alleged bathwater. It brought on this kind of trend that outgrew Belle Delphine herself and became just this idea that people would be absolutely frothing at the tip over the chance to huff, to sniff, to hold someone's bathwater. But the first time since then that I've seen this actually take place is with this Dr. Squatch. So as we can see here, there is this, this is on the Dr. Squatch homepage. And it says limited edition Sydney Sweeney's Bathwater Bliss, 100 lucky winners. So there's only 100, and you can see Sydney Sweeney, she's in the bathtub. So it says the new and extremely limited edition Sydney's Bathwater. Enter for a chance to win the only brick What? Why does brick have two C's? Is it two C's because it's thick? What do you mean? Enter the chance to win the only brick made with Sydney Sweeney's very own bathwater. Like, I'm sorry. It just kind of feels gross, not gonna lie. Like, this might be a hot take amongst the more Sigma edgers of you, but rubbing someone's bathwater on myself, no matter how attractive, feels a little bit weird. I'm just gonna say it. Feels a little bit weird. What the fuck? A perfect combination of two of the best places on the planet. The outdoors and Sydney Sweeney's bathtub. They experience the ultimate blend of outdoor serenity with the refreshing notes of pine, Douglas fir, earthy moss, and a touch of Sydney Sweeney's very own bathwater. I hope that doesn't have a smell. If her bathwater had a smell, dog. That sounds gross. Like, what kind of fungy toes is she rocking with? And I know there's one guy who's listening that's fucking salivating right now. They're talking about, like, fungy toes. Man, let me get those green apples. Let me get them green apple hard candied chips. Just gross. Like, go away. Self-die. So, it's dropping on the 6th, which is in 3 days from when I'm recording this. And it's limited to one customer. Or one limit... Okay. Limited one per customer. $8. $8 isn't bad, to be honest. Though it is only 1 bar of soap, so. But I can't imagine you're using it. I imagine you're only using it as a cum tribute. Yeah, see, what is this formulation for men? Formulated for men. Formulated specifically for men. Our products perform at the highest level and feature unique, manly scents. Now, maybe that's why I'm not a big fan. Like, I love the smell of trees, but if I want the smell of trees, I just go outside. Sydney Sweeney's bathtub. One of the... Dog, what? Sydney's bathwater? One of nature's finest aphrodisiacs? Dude, they're just like... They're laying in. Come on, dude. Like, they were a little bit nonchalant about it in the original video, in the first ad that she did. But they're just not pulling any punches anymore, are they? That's crazy. Someone said recently something I found very profound, that everything these days is basically just either porn, gambling, or nicotine. And that's really what it feels like. Everything is built around one of those three things at minimum. Like this is basically just porn. Sydney Sweeney's bathwater? Dude, like if you told somebody in the 1980s, hey, in the big 2025, we are going to be obsessing, absolutely coming out of our tips about using soap made from a specific woman's bathwater, that guy would collapse. His heart would stop. CPR would have to be administered. Like, that would be insane. Like, it would kill a Victorian child. They would be like, you have bathwater and you're giving it away? Apparently, Dr. Squatch has also shared some of their mini fan mail requests for extra Sydney Sweeney bathwater on Instagram, including requests to use bathwater to water bonsai trees for eye drops and to review the taste. Jesus. The irony of the product is evident. The men who are grossly begging for Sydney's bathwater definitely need to be cleaned. Dog. Recently, I've been thinking about this idea of getting some Honda trail bike motorcycles and riding up through Alaska on them. Just traveling on the highway through British Columbia probably as well. And never have I really felt like I needed to do that more than when I go on and see this kind of stuff. Like, it genuinely just makes me go like, oh, I think I need to like touch grass. Like, quite literally, I need to be out in nature, or else I'm gonna become this kind of just gooner-brained weirdo that's like, I need women's bath water and stuff. Because if you really think about it, like, come on, like, shut off your horny brain for a minute. It's kind of gross. Just saying. Even, from a microbiological perspective, it's kind of weird, Like, imagine people do this and they get, like, staph, Like, you become the first person to get MRSA from Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap. It's not appealing to me. It's kind of weird, especially in the big 2025. I think at this point, that's really all I have to say about it. It's rambling. I might cut out. I'm assuming this video is going to be half the length of whatever I recorded at. But by the way, final thoughts. This is a new setup. I recorded a video or two like in this setup, so that's why I didn't really announce it yet. But those videos I just really didn't plan on posting. I didn't think they were very good, so I just kind of let it be. But that is something, and I don't know. Just tell me whether or not you like it. It won't really matter because I'm going to continue to do this because it looks better, and it's my channel. But if you guys do say that, I would love to hear it. And I feel like the support would be pretty unanimous because I think it's genuinely a more professional looking set. Do it for it. And I like the old setup, but from just the perspective of having worked with cameras for a long time and setting up scenes, it just didn't look right because of how close the wall was to my back. And this provides some good depth. So it's going to be this way, really, no matter what. But I want to try to give you what feels like free will and that you have a say. I've had this fan on the entire video to try to make sure it stays cool. I hope you won't be able to hear it. I'll be definitely putting on some noise reduction overall right now. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching this far, and see you later, sailors.